Another question: what's your typical DUI defendant's circumstance? Are they a first-time person? Are they, more men than women? The average age? Those kinds of demographic questions.
Well, there's not really the typical DUI client, though I will say that there are more men than women,
Okay.
and there are more first-time than people who have priors.
Okay.
But similarities end there, because anybody could get a DUI. We have police officers who come to us arrested for DUI.
Really?
And lawyers, even doctors, students, and that's a good thing about practicing DUI is you meet people just like yourself. You meet people that you can be friends with, that you can relate to.
Okay, so it's the common man that gets caught up in this, and not
or a woman.
Bad guys.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. What have you learned about people's behavior and their reaction, to being arrested or prosecuted for DUI? I mean, what insights have you gained into this whole process from dealing with clients?
Well, what I've learned from representing thousands of clients is that people like to talk.
Okay.
People rarely exercise their right to remain silent. They just talk and talk. And it's important to realize that every question the police ask you has a purpose. The purpose is to convict you later in court.
Okay.
They're not asking you these questions because they're bored or they're for fun.
Right.
When they ask you, what did you drink? Where are you coming from? Where are you going?
Okay.
Well, what time did you last eat? What time did you last sleep? All of these questions have a purpose.
Okay.
And I have police officers that get arrested for DUI, and even they talk.
Really?
So it amazes me how people cannot resist their urge to just volunteer all sorts of information, a lot of which is incriminating.
So a lot of times a person's greatest enemy can be themselves.
Yes, exactly. A great case could easily turn to a horrible case.
Really?
As they talk more and more and more,
Huh.
and volunteer more information.
That's very important. I guess, the take-home message is the arresting officer is not your friend.
Yeah, and he is asking questions for a reason. It's
Okay.
not to start up a fun conversation with you.
Right. Interesting. Okay. Do you feel the current DUI punishments are too harsh or just right, or are they too lax?
Yeah, I definitely think current DUI penalties are too harsh. Keep in mind that in the 1970s, a DUI used to be a traffic ticket.
Oh, okay.
And over the last 30 years, it has gotten harsher and harsher. And it's really a one-way street, unfortunately, and I think a lot of it is political. You don't want to be the legislator to say, hey, I just made the DUI laws more lenient.
Oh, okay.
You always want to be the one to say, I just signed this law, it's tougher now on DUI.
Right.
So unfortunately, it's going to continue. And every year that I've practiced, it's gotten worse.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that leads into, what does you see as the future of DUI in terms of punishments, and do you think at some point it's going to be really difficult to adequately defend people?
Well, the future of DUIs is they're going to continue to make arrests. Laws are going to get tougher. But on the other hand, that gives attorneys more things to attack.
Okay.
When they start creating all these little laws, these little requirements, they create a lot of holes the attorney can find and attack. So, lawyers will always have the ability to help clients arrested for DUI.
Okay.
That will not end just because the law got tougher. If anything, there's more to examine, more to look out for.
Well, that's good to know. That's hopeful news. I guess one of the last questions I want to ask you is what's the ballpark cost that'll cost someone to be represented, whether they go to trial or whether they don't go to trial?
Well, with my firm, if you take a case all the way from arraignment to trial, to jury trial,
Okay.
it would run you about $6,000,
Okay.
and that would be a first time.
Right.
Now, keep in mind, not all the cases have to go to trial, and without trial would be significantly cheaper.
Right.
And if you have a second or third time DUI, or if you had an accident or some unusual aggravating circumstances, it could run you higher.
Okay.
Ballpark, first time all the way to trial, about $6,000.
And how about if someone doesn't go to trial? Because you said a vast majority of the cases don't have to get there.
Well, if somebody wants to set something for trial, then I have to prep the case for trial.
Ah, okay.
So if somebody, a lot of times we can get great deals without trial, especially in Los Angeles County. I mean, we can get great deals without having to set anything for trial. And that would run you, starting at $2,000 approximately.
That's very positive news. Okay. In conclusion, Jeff, what would you like to say to potential DUI clients out there about your firm?
Well, when you hire my firm, I will be the one to personally represent you. It's not going to be someone else that I pass the case down to. Your case is not going to be contracted out to someone else. It's going to be me. And I focus, specialize, and concentrate on DUI. There's a reason why our website is theDUISpecialist.com.
Okay.
So you owe it to yourself to have the DUI specialist on your site.
Very good to know. Thank you.